Yeah, look at his
Oh,
culture,
fuck.
bro. Look at his fucking culture, yeah. Let's look at this real quick.
Oh shit! Oh, he threw a bin at them! Oh fuck! Oh fuck! Oh, he's way into the house! Oh Jesus Christ! Oh Jesus Christ! Oh Jesus Christ! Oh! Oh! Oh my!
What? They deserve it. That wasn't even the guy's window. It was the flat over. This is awesome. Hasan, the Netherlands has fire desserts.
God! They just smashed the fucking window. Oh my god! 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 Oh my god!
You have to react to the Aiden Ross Tate stream. Yeah, I know. Meet up with not just bikes? Probably not. Been arrested in Belfast? What?
Arrest that bin.
What the fuck are they doing, bro? Whoever said the Netherlands has the worst food in the EU are right? Really? Is it that bad? What happened in Amsterdam? I'm in Amsterdam, motherfucker. That's where I'm at right now.
Oh my.
Dude, this is hilarious. You'll never convince me it's a real country. German and England, way worse food. Every part of like European food is literally just the people that they colonized in some respect, or the people that they're like, you know, using for immigrant labor. Like, that's it. That's the only good food in most European countries, with the exception of like southern ones, which still ironically come from a lot of like same attitude, but that they've like merged into their own culture better. But most fucking European dishes are like, all the good shit is literally immigrant shit. Straight up. Try a kapsalon. It's Turkish Dutch food. I don't care, man. I'm not gonna do that. Haven't gone to Spain. The food is bomb. I have been to Spain. No, Spanish food is bomb. Dutch food is incredibly boring, but not bad at all. The desserts and snacks are incredible for real. Amsterdam's probably the best food in the city in the Netherlands. I'm gonna play some shit before we get to Jesse Lee Peterson. I literally don't care about Jesse Lee Peterson being gay. Okay, I don't care. I don't care that he has like gay sex or whatever. Okay, I literally don't care. Oh god, this one is ridiculous. Like, we'll look at it, but ultimately it's just not, I promise, it's not as entertaining or interesting of a story. That is what I want to talk about. The Uvalde police. An Austin newspaper released portions of the Uvalde school shooting. And of course, parents are freaking out for understandable reasons. There was another January 6th meeting that took place that chatters wanted me to react to yesterday. Okay? And of course, there's the Aiden Live, the Aiden Ross, Andrew Tate stuff that we will cover. JLP, he's also a groomer. Okay, we'll look at it. Would you ever have Hunter on stream? Genuine question. He would never come on the stream. You probably know this already, but don't take pictures of the window sex workers or they will toss a glass of their urine on you. Yeah, I'm not going to IRL stream at fucking the red light district, okay? Quick hog watch? What is this?
Stay America.
Do not sleep on the nether Turkish kapsalon. Order that if you can, it's tight. Oğlum Allah belamı verecek. Yemeyeceğim ulan kapsalon. Benim yarrağımı yiyin lan. Kapsalon ye, kapsalon ye. Yarrağımı ye amına koyayım. Yarrağımı ye. Oh my god, shut the fuck up about kapsalon, you dumb motherfuckers. I'm not gonna have it, okay? Maybe I'll have it later. Shut the fuck up. Holy shit, eat a dick, guys.
Happy Independence Day, America. Freedom is brought to you by a bunch of guys with guns. We're celebrating freedom from England and Delta Dental.
What the fuck? Why has he got Daisy Dukes on, bro? I mean, hey, listen. Listen, this man is breaking boundaries, explaining that you can be gay and a patriot, okay? That's right. Being a gay dentist from Michigan should not stop you from, exercising your right to bear arms and shoot guns and stuff. Like, that's totally fine. Totally appropriate. Good for him. Gaytriot. Trending? Oh, God. Is it because, like, I'm probably fucking trending because because of the flight stream, I assume, right? Is that what it is? You got a right to bear arms and bare thighs? Yeah, what I saw was positive people who really enjoyed that stream. Yeah, no, they did. I know they did. I mean, it was a fucking awesome stream. We're gonna cover that, actually. We're gonna cover that before we get to, like, some serious shit. Not as fun news. So, here, give me a moment from the stream that you guys like that I will show you, because I have to pee. I thought one of your editors escaped? What do you mean? What do you think about the attacks and murders against doctors in Turkey? I don't have any take on that. Yeah, we're gonna watch Josh Hawley get cumstered too, don't worry. Now that you're in Netherlands, what? Can we watch Herken de Homo? Kidding? Oh yeah, we can't do that right now. They tried to say the 10-year-old case was fake. What? Are you serious? I know Elon deleted the tweet. Are you going to do IRL today? Yes, I'm going to do IRL today, possibly after. Okay? Biden doing the most to make young Dems hate him. Yeah, I know.
Really?
Oh, yeah. Okay, I know. Biden's in Israel wilding out, dude. We'll look at that too. God damn it. All right, let's get started, bro.
Democrats who don't want you to run again.
They want me to run.
2/3 say they
Read
don't.
the polls. Read the polls, Jack. You guys are all the same. That poll showed that.
Oh, dude, this is a Brandon moment. Let's go.
Mr. President, what's your message to Democrats who don't want you to run again?
They want me to run.
2/3 say they
Read
don't.
the polls. Read the polls, Jack. You guys are all the same. That poll showed that 92% of Democrats, if I ran, would vote for me.
A majority of Democrats say they don't want you to run again in 2024.
90.
Where are the poll? What? 94? Are they giving him fake polls? Like they're doing it? Bro, this is like Trump. Brandon literally is our Trump, dude. He is. He is the Democratic Party's Trump. He's just as sedated, okay? I mean, he's in a little bit better shape than Trump is, but mentally Trump was in better shape than Brandon is, right? But how is this any different? He's saying you guys are all the same. Like, read the polls. Like, that's a certified fucking Trump ass move right there, dude. Which I like, by the way. I'm in support of this. I think when he meant 92%, he meant like 92% don't want him to run again. Like, read the polls, Jack. 92% are saying things. I don't know what exactly, but I've heard it's good. That's what my advisors are telling me. Cut the malarkey. Why? Yeah, I mean, he did say fake news, but in his own way. But that's not what the polling showed. It showed what Ben said, but the 92% number, which KJP46 also cited incorrectly, comes from Dems who would pick Biden over Trump in a rematch. Asked about the New York Times polling showing 64% of Dems prefer a different candidate in 2024, Biden tells BG Littleson his party wants him to run. Read the polls. Read the polls, Jack. You guys are all the same. That poll showed 92% of Democrats, if I ran, would vote for me. No. Even liberal Zionist as me thinks this is cringe. Wait, what? You're a Zionist too? The Faustini does not have like one good take, bro. I swear to God. Jacob Kornblue was talking about this earlier today. Jewish lasers, bro. Marjorie Taylor Greene is owed an apology, okay? Turns out they do have lasers, okay? Yeah, vindicated. Look at how much fun I'm having with these guys, Jack. That's right. Think about how many Palestinian children you could zap with these lasers. Think about that. Biden tells Bibi he loves him. Why? If you're keeping score at home, Lapid got a fist bump from Biden on the latter's arrival in Israel. Netanyahu got a handshake, and according to Israeli media, Biden told him, "You know I love you." Why is Bibi there and not in prison? What's going on, Israel? I thought you were gonna do one thing right. What the fuck? Why is he there? It's one of those things where it's like, he should be in jail, right? I thought he was supposed to be in jail. I thought he was so compromised that, like, literally they had to do a re-election, which they're going to do another one now. They're going to disband the government. Israel and Belgium together, just never able to build a fucking government, you know? And also, well, I guess Belgium, not anymore, but genocide. And doing horrible things to indigenous people, but not anymore, for Belgium at least. Not a real country, and not anymore. Hunter is QAnon, Tihi Pilo. Anyone that uses this, I'm banning across the board, okay? Straight up. You're a threat. I don't know what's happening in there. I don't know why you decided to use that as a wink and a nod, especially because when you use that, I'm like, are you a pedophile? Like, is Hunter Biden a pedophile is a question I have, right? Because that's what 4chan is saying. And 4chan is always correct, obviously, notoriously, on who's a pedophile and who's not. But if you're saying that, if you're using that, I'm like, are you the pedophile? And you're like winking and being like, Hunter Biden's a pedophile, just like this user is. You know what I mean? Like, I thought, is that what's going on? Has 4chan ever been wrong? Yeah, no, have they ever been right is the real question. Jesus Christ. You know I love you, right? Why? Why do you love him? Hunter Biden has sex with adult prostitutes and smokes crack and in sensory deprivation tax. That's what I know. But they're saying he's a pedophile and stuff, which we'll take a look at later. I do want to see the info. But everything I've seen of the Hunter Biden leaks are the same as all the old shit. It's just like, he's like, getting a blowjob, filming himself getting a blowjob, definitely with like an adult woman, by the way. I don't know why they're like, oh, dude, that's like, like, those are like 35 plus. But all the photos that they claim are like children are his fucking relatives, dude. It's like the grandchildren and shit of Brandon. 4chan calls everybody pedophiles to cover their own users. Yeah, I don't know. Those bald guys defy physics with their yarmulkes. Just so wild. Check the comments under this MSNBC TikTok. No. 4chan definitely hacked the phone of the president of the United States' son. Yo, honestly, I do believe that. Because, like, these guys are really fucking dumb. But PedoChan correctly identifying a pedophile, that's where QAnon started, brother. And, like, I just fucking hit my goddamn knee directly in the fucking dumbass table. Fuck, I hate this setup so much. 4chan would know. 4chan is full of perverts. Brother, what are you talking about? 4chan is fucking also the one that, 4chan is also, like, the ones that fucking started the QAnon shit, dude. And half those motherfuckers are literally pedophiles themselves. All right, let's look at Brandon. Let's look at Brandon talking about poll numbers, and then we'll talk about Brandon in Israel, and then we'll get to Uvalde.
82% said if I did, they'd vote for me.
That was Joe Biden there, urging a reporter to read the polls. The president was exiting the congressional picnic.
What is this music, bro? Why are they... What kind of score do they got at Sky News, brother? What is happening there?
At the White House when he and a reporter went toe-to-toe on what a recent New York Times...
Toe-to-toe!
...a college poll meant for his administration. The reporter asked Biden what his message was for Democrats who don't want him to run for a second term. That was in reference to the poll that saw 61% of Democrat voters say they want the party to elect someone new for the 2024 presidential campaign, while 29% of Democrats want the party to keep Biden as the candidate. The same poll saw the president cop a dismal job approval rating of just 33%. But Joe Biden wasn't having it today, hitting back at the reporter, telling him to read the polls, and that in actual fact, 92% of Democrats would vote for him if he runs again. However, that statistic is a little more complicated because the question for respondents was actually about...
This is a wild way to cover the news, dude. I'm sorry. I can't get over it. It's true. Have you heard the BBC Mo Farah story? He was trafficked as a child slave in Britain. Wait, what the fuck, really?
Which candidate would they vote for if an election were held today and if it was just between Joe Biden and Donald Trump? So naturally, most Democrats would vote for Joe Biden. Within the poll, only 13% of voters described the United States as being on the right track, while 77% said it was heading in the wrong direction. Respondents were asked to rank the most critical issues facing the country right now. Inflation, the cost of living, as well as the economy continue to be ranked at the top of concerns for most polls undertaken. Democratic voters ranked the state of the economy on 13% as their top priority. Those surveyed were asked to rate the economic conditions today. Just 1% total described it as excellent, while a majority, 58%, described it as poor. This includes Democrat voters, where only 2% said the economy was...
Bro, who the fuck is the 2% that's like, shit's excellent right now? Like, I don't understand. I mean, I guess the stats make sense if you are a part of the 1%, but like, where's the extra 1% coming from? You know what I mean? No, trans people are the biggest threat to America. Pandemonium breaks at PMQs. What? Dude, what the fuck is this, bro? Haggis UK?
Mr. Speaker.
Once again, Mr. Speaker. Bro, when is there not pandemonium breaking at the fucking PMQs?
From tomorrow.
Just sit in there. Sit. Shut up a minute. What's it called? Come. Give me the word in. Order! I say to the honourable gentleman, give me this. I will not tolerate such behaviour.
Yeah, right. Motherfucker has half the shit that happens here.
Stand again, I will order you out. Make your mind up. Either shut up and get out. I warn the honourable member that if there's protesting carrying out to shut up a minute. Does somebody want to at once? Give me the names. Order. Sit down, you want me in the future. I now warn of the honourable members that if they persist in refusing to comply with my order to withdraw, I shall be compelled to name both of them, which may lead to them being suspended from the House. Right, names. To ensure that the honourable member complies. Can it? Where's the names? I order. Shut up. Shh. Neil Hamby, I am now naming you and Kenny McCaskill to leave this chamber. Sergeant, deal with them. Just sit down. Out! No, Sergeant at Arms, escort them out. Take them out, Sergeant. Let them out.
Check out fast food stock news for the new Trump tweet. I can't post the link. I said multiple times I'm in fucking Amsterdam. God damn it, dude. All right, let's see what Brandon had to say.
You were really at the forefront, sir, of pushing for military and security assistance for Israel. We should note that the Obama-Biden administration oversaw the approval of the Iron Dome. But there are also other voices in the Democratic Party, sir, voices that say that Israel is an apartheid state, calling for an end of unconditional aid. There's an undeniable gap between you and those voices.
There are a few of them. I think they're wrong. I think they're making a mistake. Israel is a democracy. Israel is our ally. Israel
Is it though? Is it a democracy?
is a friend. And I think that I make no apologies. We've provided for my administration $4 billion plus another $1 billion for Iron Dome. And we're working on a laser.
Americans can't comprehend that you could travel between countries in hours? Yeah.
project to be able to replace Iron Dome. It's overwhelming our interest that Israel be stable.
But if even an issue like interceptors for the Iron Dome is a controversial thing, should be concerned for the future of the relationship between Israel and the Democratic Party?
No. There's no possibility, I think, of the Democratic Party or even a significant portion of the Republican Party walking away from Israel.
I want to see the full interview of this. I think this is going to be good. All right. Fuck, this is not good food eating content, but we're going to get to Uvalde in a little bit.
Used a phrase, I want to make sure I understand what you mean by it. You've referred to people with a capacity for pregnancy. Would that be women?
Many women, cis women, have the capacity for pregnancy. Many cis women do not have the capacity for pregnancy. There are also trans men who are capable of pregnancy, as well as non-binary people who are capable of pregnancy.
So this isn't really a women's rights issue.
We can recognize that this impacts women while also recognizing that it impacts other groups. Those things are not mutually exclusive, Senator Hawley.
Oh, so your view is that the core of this right then is about what?
So I want to recognize that your line of questioning is transphobic, and it opens up trans people to violence by not recognizing that.
Wow, you're saying that I'm opening up people to violence by asking whether or not women are the folks who can have pregnancies?
So I want to note that 1 out of 5 transgender persons have attempted suicide. So I think it's important
because of my line of questioning? So we can't talk about it?
Because denying that trans people exist and pretending not to know that they exist
I'm
is
denying that trans people exist by asking you if you're talking about women having pregnancies?
Do you believe that men can get pregnant?
No, I don't think women can get
So you are
pregnant.
denying that trans people exist?
And that leads to violence? Is this how you run your classroom? Are students allowed to question you,
Holy
or are they
shit.
also treated like this, where
No,
they're
they're
told
allowed
that
to
they're
question.
opening up people to violence?
We have a good
by
time in my
questioning.
class. You should join.
Oh, I bet.
You might learn a lot.
Wow, I would learn a lot. I've learned a lot
I
just in this
know,
exchange.
absolutely.
Extraordinary.
Yep.
Nothing Donald Trump did after the election in connection with the lie about
did
the
learn a
election
lot.
fraud.
Yeah,
None
you
of
did,
it is
bitch.
defensible. None of
That was actually a great video. I didn't think it was going to be good because, like, a lot of times liberals get, like, over the fucking top with that shit. That was pretty good, though. That is how you're supposed to deal with someone who's, like, very clearly not there. Anyway, let's see what fucking John Bolton has to
None of
say
it is
about the
defensible.
January 6th shit.
It's also...
Wait, actually, fuck that. Let's watch the January 6th shit first. Here.
Dramatic hearing of the January 6th committee. It focused on Donald Trump, calling in his supporters to come to the Capitol and what he was told about what could happen as extremist groups mobilized in response. For the first time, we heard testimony from Trump's White House counsel, who detailed an intense clash, people screaming at each other in the Oval Office over proposals to seize voting machines and overturn the election. Congressional correspondent Rachel Scott is on Capitol Hill. Good morning,
This is
Rachel.
a bucket of chicken.
George, good morning. The committee really bringing to light that unhinged meeting at the White House that ended in a near fistfight, painting a picture of a former president who failed to come to grips with reality and left the White House in chaos. This morning, new evidence that Donald Trump's call for his supporters to march to the Capitol wasn't spontaneous. It was planned well in advance.
No way.
After this, we're going to walk down and I'll be there with you.
Lawmakers pointing to a Trump tweet drafted days before the insurrection to summon the crowd to the Capitol.
Although this tweet was never sent, rally organizers were discussing and preparing for the march to the Capitol in the days leading up to January 6th.
Trump repeatedly ignored his top White House advisors who told him he lost the election. From his attorney general to his daughter Ivanka and White House counsel Pat Cipollone.
There is no evidence of election fraud sufficient to undermine the outcome in any particular state.
Yes, I agree with that.
Trump turned to those who told him what he wanted to hear. Outside advisors like Sidney Powell, pushing wild conspiracy theories without any evidence to back up their false claims.
At some point, you have to put up or shut up. That was my view.
All of it came to a head during an explosive meeting at the White House on December 18th. Unofficial advisors in the Oval Office pushing outlandish plans to overturn the election.
At one point, General Flynn took out a diagram that supposedly showed IP addresses all over the world, and who was communicating with whom via the machines, and some comment about like Nest thermostats being hooked up to the internet.
That meeting erupted in shouting matches, insults, profanity, near fistfights.
Cipollone and Hirschman and whoever the other guy was showed nothing but contempt and disdain of the president.
You're asking one simple question.
as a general matter. Where is the evidence? And she says, well, the judges are corrupt. And I was like, everyone? Every single case that you've done in the country you guys lost, every one of them is corrupt? Even the ones we appointed?
Trump watched it all play out, and hours later, just after midnight, tweeted this call to his supporters to be in Washington on January 6th, promising it will be wild. The committee says right-wing extremist groups
How is this
were
new
listening.
information?
You better look outside. You better look out January 6th. Kick that door open. Look down the street.
The time for games is over. The time for action is now. Where were you when history called?
That call to action brought Stephen Ayers to Washington that day. He has pleaded guilty to disorderly conduct.
So why'd you decide to march to the Capitol?
Well, basically, the president, got everybody riled up, told everybody to head on down. So we basically were just following what he said.
Another man whose life was forever changed by the violence on January 6th, Capitol Police Sergeant.
Boo. Boo this man. Oh, the president made me do it. Shut up, bitch. Don't fucking rat the president out. No respect with these guys. Nobody likes a snitch, dude.
Aquilino Ganell.
Sergeant Ganell's team of doctors told him that permanent injuries he has suffered to his left shoulder and right foot now make it impossible for him to continue as a police officer.
Oh, no.
He must leave policing for good and figure out the rest of his life.
Ganell wiping away tears. And as that hearing wrapped, Ayers, that accused rioter, coming face to face with the officers who defended the Capitol, apologizing. Sergeant Ganell told me he did accept that apology from Ayers, and two other big revelations that I want to get to out of this hearing. The committee revealing text messages from Brad Parscale. This is Trump's former campaign manager. He's actually still working closely with the former president. Well, he said that a sitting president was calling for a civil war, even insisting that Trump's rhetoric had deadly consequences. And then a warning about possible witness tampering from Congresswoman Liz Cheney, saying that Trump did in fact reach out to a witness that has not yet publicly testified, and they referred that information over to the Justice Department, George.
Okay, Rachel, thanks. Let's bring in our chief legal analyst, Dan Abrams. So, Dan, as you watch all these hearings, it's pretty clear to me the committee's trying to build a criminal case. Where do you think that stands right now?
I think they're pretty much in the same place they were at the end of the last hearing. Meaning the last hearing demonstrated what I think was the single most important piece, which is that they say that Donald Trump knew that the protesters were armed, knew that they were going to the Capitol. That may be the most important piece. I didn't see anything yesterday that moved that potential criminal investigation forward. I think for there to be an indictment here, you would need some level of communication between Donald Trump or his inner circle and the extremists, and they didn't deliver. That doesn't mean it should be that. That's what I think it will be.
That's for a conspiracy case, not for a case to simply obstruct an official proceeding of the government.
Correct.
George Stephanopoulos is like dunking on the fucking legal expert. Why'd you bring him on then, bro? I mean, you showed the tweets. What do you mean? Does it need to be in a dark, smoke-filled room or something? Like, I don't understand. Liberals can't even liberate, dude.
And I think that Donald Trump, having used the word peacefully in his speech, would serve as enough for the Department of Justice to say, we're not going to go there.
Quite a tease at the very end of the hearing yesterday from Congresswoman Liz Cheney saying that they heard from a new witness that the country hasn't seen who was called by President Trump before possible testimony.
That was a warning to President Trump. I mean, the conversation never happened, right? So there wasn't the actual witness intimidation.
I can't fix
But that was a warning. We saw that in the Cassidy Hutchinson testimony as well, when someone else had reached out to her, informing her about who was watching her, testimony, etc. The committee very concerned about possible witness intimidation. They've alerted the Department of Justice, but for now, I think it's just Liz Cheney saying, we're watching you.
Dan Abrams, thanks very much. Dramatic hearing of the January.
Okay, so we saw the fucking key, but it wasn't really anything. Next hotel has better.
Nothing Donald Trump did after the election in connection with the lie about the election fraud, none of it is defensible. None of it is defensible. It's also a mistake, as some people have said, including on the committee, the commentators, that somehow this was a carefully planned coup d'etat aimed at the Constitution. That's not the way Donald Trump does things. It's rambling from one half-vast idea to another, one plan that falls through and another comes up. That's what he was doing. As I say, none of it defensible. But you have to understand the nature of what the problem of Donald Trump.
John Bolton's like, that's not a real coup d'etat. I should know. I'm John Bolton. I plan coup d'etats in my sleep. It's like, I know what a real coup d'etat looks like. I'm John fucking Bolton, okay? Get the fuck out of here, okay? That's not real.
Trump is, he's, to use a Star Wars metaphor, a disturbance in the force. And it's not an attack
Oh, John Bolton doing a fucking Star Wars metaphor? Oh, what the fuck?
on our democracy. It's Donald Trump looking out for Donald Trump. It's a once-in-a-lifetime occurrence.
I don't know that I agree with you. To be fair, with all due respect, one doesn't have to be brilliant to attempt a coup.
I disagree with that. As somebody who has helped plan coup d'etat, not here, but other places, it takes a lot of.
I'm sorry, what?
Brilliant to attempt a coup.
I disagree with that. As somebody who has helped plan coup d'etat.
What is going on? He admitted it on national television that he does fucking coup d'etats. He's planned coup d'etats. Bro, America is the most fucked up country on the planet, dude. I was joking when I fucking said that's insane.
Not here, but other places. It takes a lot of work, and that's not what he did. It was just stumbling around from one idea to another. Ultimately, he did unleash the rioters at the Capitol. As to that, there's no doubt. But not to overthrow the Constitution, to buy more time to throw the matter back to the states to try and redo the issue. And if you don't believe that, you're going to
This motherfucker really is like, listen, in the textbook, in the CIA textbook of doing a coup d'etat, nowhere in the textbook does it say you hold up the constitutional proceedings. You undermine it by killing the leader, the head of the state, okay? You utilize the military in an effort, not the citizenry. Sometimes you might use the citizenry in a color revolution, but you execute the head of state. Is Jake Tapper dead? Is he just a robot? What good is his job if a former Trump administration official literally looks him dead in the eyes and says, as someone who has planned many coups d'etats, no, you actually have to be brilliant to plan coups d'etats. And this motherfucker just said, yeah. Oh, yeah, dude, that's it? Just a yeah? Nothing else?
react. And I think that's a real risk for the committee, which has done a lot of good work, mostly when the witnesses testify, not when the members are opining. It is invariably the case that when you go too far trying to prove your case, you undermine it. And I think you got to give credit to the intelligence of the American people to listen to the witnesses and let them come to the conclusion. And I think the fellow who had actually gone into the Capitol, who said today that he had blinders on and he was too loyal to one person, that is the central point.
I do want to ask a follow-up. When we were talking about what is capable, what you need to do to be able to plan a coup.
Oh, please. Please give me, Jake, please be a human for once.
And you cited your expertise having planned coups.
I'm not going to get into the specifics, but...
Successful coups?
Well, I wrote about Venezuela in the book, and it turned out not to be successful. Not that we had all that much to do with it.
What is going on? What the fuck is going on right now? Dude, what? He's like laughing. He's laughing about literally fucking trying to... He's selling his book with the Venezuela coup. He said, yeah, I tried it. Didn't work. Please buy my book. That's America, goddammit. You can go on one of the most popular news broadcasts and just say that shit.
With it, but I saw what it took for an opposition to try and overturn an illegally elected president, and they failed. The notion that Donald Trump was half as competent as the Venezuelan opposition.
I love the same guy who just said, as somebody who helped plan a coup d'etat, and then followed it up with the Venezuelan coup failed. We didn't have nothing to do with it, but it failed. But we saw how difficult it was for an unconstitutionally elected president to be overthrown. Bitch, what is a coup d'etat? Is a coup d'etat a constitutionally overthrown election? No. It's the meme. It's the American meme like, oh, I did not consent to your elections. I'm losing my mind, bro.
Is laughable. But I think there's another...
I feel like there's other stuff you're not telling me, though.
I'm sure there is. I think there's another point here that came out in the testimony that's not been stressed enough. Deposition testimony by, I think his name was Donnell.
With this guy. You know what's really funny about this? Jake Tapper is like Brandon. You know what I mean? He's like, oh, I feel like there's some other stuff that you're not telling me about. If only there was a journalist in the room who could like maybe ask you follow-up questions about it. You know what I mean? You know how Brandon's like, where's the president? I like to talk to him. Like, that's what Jake Tapper's doing here. He's like, oh, if only there was I don't know, like a journalist or something. I'm sure they could get to the bottom of this. It's like, bitch, what are you doing? If only? What do you mean if only? Like, what do you mean? Like, oh, man, seems like you're not telling me some stuff. Your job is to find out, man. Be a fucking good person in the media.
Nell Harvin, I may have taken that down wrong. The chief of intelligence and homeland security for the District of Columbia government, who said we were watching Twitter after Trump's tweet calling for the demonstration on January the 6th. We saw all of these implications, all of the concerns about the violence. I want to know where the rest of the government was, and I particularly want to know where members of Congress were. If this was so evident at the time, why there wasn't more security on the Hill long before the demonstrators ever turned up.
No, it's a good...
God, I fucking hate this situation. Like, I mean, what Jake Tapper does and what I do is no different. You know what I mean? Like, he's not like he's not any more serious than I am. Difference is I'm eating fucking butter curry or butter chicken. And I have more interesting questions and a more interesting perspective than he does. Like, if I had fucking John Bolton on, I feel like I do a better job than Jake Tapper. What the fuck? It is good, yeah. It's not great, but it's good.
Good question.
I know. Jake Tapper has never been good. Wait, what did John Cipher say? Wait, am I blocked by that guy? Why am I blocked by fucking John Cipher, dude? Why am I blocked by Atlantic Council former fucking spy John Cipher? Dog, I'm never getting that FOIA request. I swear to fucking God, dude. What the fuck? I'm literally never getting that fucking Freedom of Information Act request I made on myself. They're not letting you back into the country? Yeah, right, dude. I'm a goddamn American citizen, bitch. Twitter is the best. Oh my God, he said he's full of shit. He's never planned a coup. Juniper says, care to admit what you've done? I wrote and speak regularly. Feel free to do a little work. I mean, coups. Which coups did you plan and where? Was it the ones in Venezuela? Or the ones in Colombia or Iran or Chile? It must be hard to think the whole world works against you. Dog, what are you saying? Like, you're... What? Does he know who he is? Bro, he's like, oh man, it's hard to fucking feel like the whole world works against you. It's like, she brought up adequate and correct points. What do you mean? Oh man, I can't believe you're out here under a video admission of a former State Department employee, former fucking Trump administration official, openly stating he's done many coups d'etats, some of which you do not know about. And this motherfucker still's like, oh, dude, shut up. That's not even a thing, dude. What the fuck? He's like, nah, dog. I do the coup d'etats, not John Bolton. And Ilhan Omar, I guess, quote tweeted it, but I can't fucking see it. But she said, settle down. No one's taking your, you remember this? I do remember that. Okay, that was fucking wild.
This summer's dramatic jump in air travel has caused backlogs at airports all over the world. Now, one of the hardest hit of all, that's London Heathrow, is limiting how many passengers can leave every day. Think about that for a second. Now, that's likely to cause problems for thousands of tourists who are there. Ramy Inocencio shows how big cutbacks during this pandemic have left airlines and the airports struggling, really struggling to handle the load.
Slow, snaking lines at Heathrow immigration and rows of abandoned luggage. Brits are rushing back to the skies after 2 years of COVID stasis. Simon Calder is a British aviation expert.
And, of course, the airlines want to make as much money as they possibly can.
Oh, this is why I got banned? I thought the CIA only murdered foreign leftists. Domestic was handled by the FBI. Let's hear it. Let's fucking hear it. What's going on?
Making the bookings, they're not making sure that they've got the resources to get people where they need to be.
Yes, there's no resources to get people where they need to be. But sometimes weirdos come in here and piss me off.
Those resources are employees. Many laid off during COVID, many jobs still unfilled.
Getting an aircraft into the air requires 20 different skilled individuals. Unfortunately, of those 20, half a dozen of them are off doing something else.
Not just in the UK, but across Europe, pilots and airport staff striking for better pay, leading to British Airways cutting nearly 30,000 flights come this August, Scandinavian Air Systems filing for bankruptcy protection in the US, and more European airlines facing walkouts. But if you can handle the hassle at departure, you might have a happy surprise on arrival for your next European getaway.
Asia, but particularly China, simply isn't travelling abroad. The number of visitors from the US isn't going to be anything like the usual numbers. And certainly.
And who doesn't want just a little bit more of Europe on their vacation after the din and the roar of planes taking off? But those cancellations and that mad crush of people, they're expected to continue through October, November, even later, say experts. And we are already expecting more strikes later next week. Vlad?
All right, Remy Inocencio at Heathrow. Thank you, my friend. Appreciate it.
Bro, this is actually fire, and I'm excited to look at this too. Uh-oh, what? Breaking news. We update. We interrupt this broadcast for a horrible update. Trigger warning to all my neets out there. Inflation has hit fried chicken and tendies, with the prices of flour, chicken, fats, and oils all jumping almost 20% per CPI data. It's done. It's over. Brandon, pull the plug. You have to fix this. You have to fix it now, Brandon. I'll bring Boris over to fix it. You fucking fix it, bruv. Or I'm bringing Boris to fix it.
Whether you're a space nerd or a casual stargazer, you have to admit NASA's new collection of deep space photos is astonishing. Check this out. They come from the agency's James Webb Space Telescope, which is designed to look back almost to the dawn of time, and it's helping answer some big questions about how our universe was created. Mark Strassman shares the cosmic slideshow.
Daunting in scale, 7,600 light years away from Earth, the Webb Space Telescope's jaw-dropping image of the Carina Nebula details stellar birth in our own galaxy and dazzles NASA astrophysicist Amber Strong.
Every dot of light we see here is an individual star, not unlike our sun, and many of these likely also have planets. And it just reminds me that, our sun and our planets and ultimately us were formed out of the same kind of stuff that we see here.
This image shows stellar death in the Southern Ring Nebula. A yawning cloud of gas and dust reveals a fading star, part of the universe's life cycle. Webb's power and promise, time travel. This pinprick of light flashed more than 13 billion years ago.
And by going just a few 100 million years farther back in time with Webb, we want to see toddler galaxies and infant galaxies.
Okay, that's creepy, bro. Stop it. Not with that fucking goatee. Come on.
They're just forming.
Were you blown away?
Absolutely. They're fantastic, and they include something that is a deeper infrared image than has ever been taken in history.
Compare. Here's the Hubble's image of the Carina Nebula, and one more look at the Webb's.
And liftoff. From a tropical rainforest to the edge of time itself, James Webb begins a voyage back to the birth of the universe.
This engineering marvel
I take back everything I said about this fucking Indian food, bro. There's a pineapple in this. What the fuck? I love pineapple. It's just, it doesn't belong on everything, okay? Dutch people, you fucking weirdos.
Launched last Christmas. Unfolding 1 million miles from Earth, 18 gold-plated hexagonal segments form a giant mirror. A sun shield the size of a tennis court blocks the sun's heat from blinding Webb. The result, ageless clarity, like the 5 galaxies in this image called Stephan's Quintet. The first images astounded NASA Administrator Bill Nelson.
It's almost a spiritual experience because you realize that there was a beginning, and we have come from that beginning.
Deep space may answer deep questions, as Amber Strong told us last December.
They're more than just arcane science questions. They sort of get to the heart of what it means to be human.
It really is something, this cosmic reach back to when stars first lit up. For CBS Mornings, Mark Strassman in Atlanta.
Very cool. And to your question, Gail, who is James Webb? James Webb ran NASA from 61 to 68. He's seen as a lion of the Apollo moon program.
Yeah, I figured he had to be somebody.
Wasn't he like kind of a controversial figure? Yeah, C-Marts. For the political aspect, James Webb was a massive homophobe participating in the Lavender Scare. NASA had a closed-door committee to reconsider the name and decided against it. Many astronomers are upset. Yeah, I remember. Yeah, he wasn't exactly a good guy. Stop sharing fake NASA propaganda, sheeple. Uh-oh. Can't we name something that's not after a piece of shit for once? I mean, it's going to be hard. Think about it. We're pieces of shit. We come from a piece of shit country. And the most powerful people are going to be extra pieces of shit. Oh yeah, I heard that there was a Starbucks drive-through showdown between friend of the show Christian Walker and Kehlani.
Ma'am, you don't need to tell baristas that I'm an asshole because I have an opinion. Get your drink and go away. I can have an opinion like everybody else. Why are you entitled to an opinion and not me? You want to Ma'am, you don't need to tell baristas.
This is the greatest thing that's happened on this. That's so funny.
That I'm an asshole because I have an opinion. Get your drink and go away. I can have an opinion like everybody else. Why are you entitled to an opinion and not me? You want to
Kehlani's song yesterday, sister didn't know who she was dealing with. Don't let the Givenchy and smile fool you. I will step out of the car. James Webb pics look like Türkiye. What? Allah'ın yarattığı mikro makro canlı cansız alemler arasında kimi zaman büyük küçük benzerlikler vardır. What the fuck? Stop. Bro, there's something so deeply wrong with like... That is just disturbed, brother. I'm sorry. This motherfucker said, oh, the universe looks like Turkey. Like, you know how I joke about Native Americans being Turks? Or how I tell you that, like, Turks think everyone is Turkish? All that other stuff is right, but this one is too far, I think. Homie said the entire universe as we know it and can see with recent technological developments is Turkish. By the way, Samsun is just gone. Like, the homie doesn't even make sense. Okay, what happened to Samsun? Seems like quite the important fucking, area. Tokat is everywhere. No, it's not Samsung, the fucking South Korean technology giant. It's Samsung. But of course, Koreans are Turks as well. That's why they fucking stole Samsung from the Turks. Because Koreans are Turks as well. Come on, how many times do I got to describe this to you guys, man? The entire world is comprised of Turkish people. And it's just a matter of, like, who is willing to admit it and who's brave enough to say it out loud. I mean, you know there's Batman. Where do you think that comes from? A man who is a bat? No. You're literally the same way you said Swedish meatballs are Turkish. Because that actually is true, though. Swedish meatballs are Turkish. It is a Turkish recipe that was given to the Swedish king at the time, I believe. That's not a joke. That actually is real. Like, the whole... and I don't mean that actually is real. Like, I'm saying seriously, that is real. That is a real thing. Fuck, I joked way too much. That now it's like hard for chat to comprehend when I'm being serious about what actually has like Turkish history behind it. Swedish Turkish is meatball. Wait, what? No, it's true. What do you think about this Turkish meme? Yeah, I did know about that because it's true. I learned about it in school. Because it's true.
Very important. It had to be. But Vlad, you must be tingling looking at this.
Images are absolutely astounding, and I love what Mark and the person he was interviewing said in his piece, which is that this is, if you're interested in where we all come from, this is looking back in time. Billions and billions and billions of years ago. This is so cool.
Of course.
It's also very beautiful.
We're going to watch, we're going to get the fun stuff in a little bit, but before that, This Austin newspaper released parts of the video from the Uvalde school shooting.
Jake, before we show you this video, we need to share with our viewers that this is an edited video produced by the Austin American-Statesman. It is about 4 minutes long. It does not include the full 77 minutes of the account of what happened. Now, the Austin American-Statesman decided to edit out the children the voices of the children that were in this video, and then CNN has decided to edit out the
Anyway, all right, let's get to Uvalde. I fucked up.
the audio of the gunfire. We should be very clear here. This is a very graphic video. It could trigger people watching this in our audience. So you have to be very careful if you decide to watch this video. Now, what you're going to see is you're going to see the gunman enter the school with that rifle. He's going to enter, he's going to make a right, go down the hall. There's a child there who's observing all of this. Then the gunman starts and opens fire. Then you're going to see that hallway eventually fill with police officers. But the video starts off at the beginning when the gunman crashes near the school.
Wait. What the fuck? Wait, they don't show the fucking blood, right? There's no TOS in this? I don't think there's any TOS. I watched last night. Okay, thank you. CNN is way better than Hasan at trigger warnings. Lole. Yeah, what does that say about trigger warnings then? All right, so surveillance video shows truck crashing. Gunman in the crash vehicle fires 3 shots at 2 men who approached the crash scene. A teacher called 911 to report the gunman. Why did they edit out the gunshots? They literally edited out the gunshots and the kids screaming. You can hear the gunshots in the videos, but they edited out the children screaming. Oh. A young student comes around the corner as the gunman walks down the hall. The sound of children, editors know. The sound of children screaming has been removed. The gunman fires the AR-15 inside 2 classrooms for 2.5 minutes. Authorities say more than 100 rounds were fired. Police entered the school minutes after the gunman. 3 minutes later. Some officers rushed towards the classrooms. Damn, bro, that's sick. Wonderful. Wonderful to see, 40% of the entire budget of Uvalde go into these fucking guys, dude. Sick. 3 minutes in, they ran in. What are they doing over there? Shut the fuck up. I saw this already. It was this soon? It was this, it was this close to fucking kids being, shot that he pulled his fucking phone out? There's no sense of fear there. Go ahead. Make the fucking argument that you felt like your life was in jeopardy as you look at your fucking Punisher decal, American flag Punisher decal lock screen. Tell me how much of a fucking Frank Castle Punisher you are. Homies like me at a party, when I get anxious and don't want to talk to people, or don't have anyone to talk to, so I pull my phone out, that's what he's doing. But guess what? That's anxiety, okay? That's not a genuine fear for my safety or well-being. He's like, oh, I wonder what's happening on Twitter right now. Let me just scroll real quick, dude. It's like, bro, there's a fucking active gunman right there. It's worse. It's his wife texting him she's been shot. They think this makes them look better. Jesus fucking Christ. Hog with the phone says wife texted him saying she was shot. Wait. No fucking shot, dude. So he just found out that his wife has been shot and he just stands right there? No fucking shot. That makes it worse, dude. If these kids rush a classroom, countless lives could have been saved. Instead, kids bled out in the classroom. Yeah, if these guys had rushed the classroom. I thought they actually forced the cop whose wife had been shot to leave the area. Is this the guy? Why is he just fucking chilling? Officers retreat to the hallway and take cover after shots were fired by the gunman. Dude, what? The shots are being fired at children, dog. What the fuck? This completely contradicts the narrative that they didn't think this was an active shooting situation, by the way. Remember the Chief Arredondo literally fucking saying like, oh, we just don't believe it's an active shooting situation because, you know, there was no shots being fired when we got in. So I guess they did know. It was continuing. Different cop, you are correct. They're incorrectly claiming this guy's the wife guy to farm sympathy and maintain the claim of fear. Bro, there ain't no way this guy's wife is shot, okay? I'm sorry. If this is the guy whose wife is shot, then, like, I feel worse about the fucking original story that I believed in and the ounce of sympathy that I had. Homie looked up at his phone. His wife is like, I'm bleeding to death right now. He put the phone back, and he's just hiding behind this fucking little kids poster, dude. What the fuck? No shot. "36 minutes, dude. 36 minutes since they got shot, like, or they heard gunshots after entering. They entered the school in 3 minutes. Shots were fired, and they fucking ducked back into the hallway. I just need you to understand something here. Okay? When they dive away from bullets, they're basically saying, we're throwing children and their bodies at the pile. Okay? Like, they're saying, it's all right. We're not going to get shot because we're terrified and we're cops. So we're just going to fucking let the kids die instead. 36 minutes have passed by at this point. This is the husband of the teacher, Eva Mireles, who contacted him on his phone from her classroom while he was on scene to say that she'd been shot and was dying. I had not planned to speak publicly until the report was released, but I couldn't say nothing seeing this man who's lost everything, maligned as if he was indifferent or actively malicious. Context matters. To those who haven't even bothered to even read the news, has been reported to rush to your judgment. He attempted to engage but was removed from the building and disarmed. We have much to say about the police response, but no criticism of this officer. They have armor, they have medical outside, they have everything. Bro, his wife got shot and it made him look worse. How the fuck are you going to defend this? Oh, 48 minutes. The gunman is still the gunman is still firing shots 48 minutes in. Wow. I didn't know this. There is no information in this video. I thought the cops were fucking liars, obviously, from the jump, because they lie all the fucking time. I thought they were cowards, because of course they are. Who isn't a coward in that situation? Except cops are the ones who act like they are the brave heroes who are here to protect and serve. And that's why they need to get 40% of the fucking funding from the city. That's why they have to kill people who are running away by shooting them like 60 times. Right? Because their lives are in jeopardy. Here it is. This is how they operate when their lives are actually in jeopardy. Standing around, sitting behind ballistic shields, waiting for fucking kids to get mercilessly slaughtered. Why do you have all that gear? And then the ones that are outside that aren't inside are literally using all their resources to stop parents from entering the fucking place. Shut the fuck up. Ain't no fucking way. 57 minutes in, and there's a motherfucker over there getting hand sanny, dude. 57 minutes in, they still haven't entered, and this motherfucker's getting hand sanitizer? He doesn't want to get COVID. He's a cop, brother. Every one of these motherfuckers are anti-vaxxers and anti-maskers. my God. He's got one hand on the wall. He's unarmed. And with the other hand, he's literally looking at fucking... What is he looking at? Twitter? Checking his goddamn phone? They're just hanging out, bro. In his defense, the pandemic is not over. Virus and germs can also be a deadly killer. Yeah. That's what he was doing. He was saving himself, dude. He was making sure. This is the only cop that takes a COVID seriously. What a wild turn of events. What is he doing? What is this, like a let me at him situation? Like, oh, come on, I got him. It's like, bro, they killed him already. What do you mean? Now they want to fucking, he's like, no, bro, pull me back, bro. Pull me back. It's like, all of a sudden, they're like, oh, dude, don't pull me back, bro. Like, what are they doing? Giving emotional support? Wait, why are some of these cops' faces blurred? Mayor defending the cops?
It's difficult to find words following that 4 minutes. We are starting to get word from families, the families of the victims who have seen this video. They are very upset. Some of them taking to Facebook, saying that this is the opposite of what the family wanted. I'm going to quote here, "Our hearts are shattered all over again." And Jake, this video is coming just days before the Texas House Investigative Committee was planning to have a private meeting with the families of the victims to share with them the full 77 minutes of the hallway video and also a fact-finding report, and also answer their questions about the investigation. So that's what the families were preparing themselves for, to have that conversation in private, to be able to express their frustrations, to ask questions. And here we are again, sharing this story of another yet piecemeal account of what happened that day.
And Rosa, as you and I have discussed for the last 7 weeks, we need to remind our viewers that the very first thing the police and the politicians did after this horrifying massacre was praise themselves and how brave they were and how courageous the response was. That was the first thing, and it's only because the families and journalists were asking questions that we now have an accurate picture of what happened. Does the committee plan to release this video, the full 77 minutes, earlier, now that the Austin American-Statesman has published this edited version online?
You know, I talked to a source close to the committee, and this source tells me that they plan to do what they were planning to do, which is release this video to the families first on Sunday in Uvalde.
Thank God for the brave journalist, Jake Tapper. Not you, though, of course. Missed at the family's anger because the newspaper released the video without showing it to them first. They did show the officer using the hand sanitizer. If there's a burning building, firefighters will rescue a family dog fast as these hogs in an active shooter situation in elementary school. Yes. I wonder if CNN, which has so frequently, alongside local news, played the role of propaganda distributors, will take a moment and say, hey, perhaps we shouldn't fucking believe everything cops say, hook, line, and sinker all the time going forward, considering how much they lied in this situation and how much they lie in a lot of other situations. Will this be a learning lesson for the media? Probably not. I know they said it here, but saying it here isn't necessarily, changing the dynamic for them ever. A pic of the cops laughing in the hallway? What? Dude, what is going on? Are you serious? I know they edited out the sounds of children screaming, by the way. Lol, you can't honestly even think that with fentanyl cop stories still happening? Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. On that note, a firefighter will actively put his life in danger, and there's apparently no legal precedent for it to hold cops eligible for inaction. Never forget that Greg Abbott kept the Uvalde video from being released. I mean, Greg Abbott also defended the cops, immediately, and then realized that they were lying. What does he say? Felix says, we have to force these guys to kill themselves in public, man. I think it's important to remember that these officers also have families and children they want to come home to. What? Is this guy joking? Even the cop subreddit has given up on them. Oh, finally, the cop subreddit. I'd rather get killed making an effort to stop that weaselly little fuck from executing 9-year-olds and be among the most hated cops in the country below Derek Chauvin. No one else is coming to save the day. You're the people that come to save people. Fucking do it. If you can't have that mentality in a situation like this, hang up. Nope, fuck no. I watched until police went in and started backing off. I'm never one to MMQB, but it's a fucking, Monday morning quarterback, but it's a fucking school. During school hours with little kids inside and a lunatic who isn't confirmed down. Do your fucking job or quit. Man, the cops didn't live up to the LARP. Yeah, literally, dude. I mean, this is a subreddit dedicated to fucking defending police brutality, right? And they're shocked at the reality that, like, this is how cops actually operate when they're supposed to do cop shit. But they're too busy fucking defending cops. They're too busy defending cops doing cop shit like they're supposed to in this situation in moments where it doesn't deserve a cop-like response. The cop warrior mentality is only for unarmed innocent black people, apparently. No, it literally is. That's my point. It is. That's their job. Their job is to be brutal to the poor. Their job is to be brutal to black people. Those are the bad guys. And all the comfortable people that normally defend cops because they are being brutal to the right people, when they're being brutal to the right people, are now coming to realize that, oh shit, well, I thought you would also be brutal to this guy, but fuck, man, can't do it. Can't picture the guy being like an unarmed black person that's running away, you know? But here's the point, like, some of those motherfuckers were not even in a, like, they don't seem to be scared either. That's the part I don't understand. Like, if you're getting hand sanny in the middle of a fucking active shooting, you're not in fear for your life, dude. Like, another dystopian fix that isn't gun control and defunding the police. I just got a PR email asking me to write about these new classroom safety pods. What? They knew the plan was to wait for the government to surrender or shoot himself. Yeah. To be fair, that kind of stress can make people act strangely. Yeah, you maybe. You're a Twitch chatter. Or me. I'm a Twitch streamer. Not a motherfucker who's trained for this, bro. Not a motherfucker who justifies getting 40% of the city's budget to train for incidents like this. Okay, trained. But, like, that's what they're saying they need the money for. So when they actually have a fucking moment where they have to, you know, do the training and they don't do it, the fuck are you doing? National Safety Shelters partners with school district to improve school security with safety pods. Schools that install safety pods can see an increase in revenue due to higher enrollment. Oh. Bro, this is so... Dude, America is so busted, dude. Throw it in the fucking trash. We gotta restart. Hey, we have some wonderful amenities at our school. Welcome to the United States of America. We have some wonderful amenities that we offer at our schools, such as safety pods. And if you want to be not just a parent, but also an investor, you can invest wisely with our school because we found out that these active shooter safety measures are a tremendous return on investment. Full 70-minute Uvalde video. Dude, I'm not watching that. Are you insane? It's wild seeing this video and then comparing it to how much they lied immediately after the incident. Okay? Okay? You know cops will be the first ones to run for the safety pods during an incident. Dude, listen, this is fucking psychotic, okay? Especially psychotic considering the fucking reality that, I don't know, dude, I don't have anything to say. I literally, I don't know. I don't know what to say about this. It's just like, I'm thinking about what the cops immediately said in the aftermath of this. Like, they got hand sanitizer. They were laughing. They're just standing behind 57 minutes in. They had walked in 3 minutes in, immediately after the shooter. The shooter kept shooting. And they waited 57 minutes for ballistic shields and shit like that. Looking at their fucking phones. And then They fucking turned around and lied, dude. They lied to their fucking parents. They lied to their own community. They lied to their immediate supervisors, I guess, technically, or their supervisors were probably in on it. They're also cops. They said they were waiting for the janitor's keys. What do you say to this? What can you say to this? What can anybody say to this? It's just fucking disgusting. Isn't this par for the course, though? It is. But just because we know that this is going to happen eventually, knowing what we know about cops, doesn't change the reality that it's still fucking insane that they have the gall, the audacity to think they can fucking get away with this.
Uvalde, so in their own town, and to answer their questions, and that's what they continue to do. The chairman of the committee, Representative Justin Burrows, actually tweeting just moments ago, expressing his disappointment of this leak, because they were really hoping to take the families through the entire video and not subject them to yet another edited version of reality.
We're angry. We're very angry. And we want justice for our kids, and for this to be let out without us even being seen first. We're the parents that lost our children. We're supposed to do this together first, not for the world. We're suffering, and I know the world is suffering too, but these were our babies that were taken from us. So to the person that leaked it, screw you. Screw you, and that's coming from me, Felicia Martinez. From all of us, screw you.
Who in the hell do these people think they are? I don't care if you're a DA, you're a spokesperson, you're a councilman, you're a senator. Who do you think you are to release footage like that of our children who can't even speak for themselves? But you want to go ahead and air their final moments to the entire world.
Sorry, I know it's loud. I'm lowering the audio.
What makes you think that's okay? The least you can do is have some freaking decency for us. That is unacceptable.
We've been asking DA for this video for a while, and she refused.
They're angry because they didn't get the footage before the public did, okay? They didn't get to see the footage before everyone did. Like, they delayed it on purpose. The DA refused to fucking show the footage. Do you not hear it? They're yelling at the cops. They're saying that, like, you sat on this footage and you wouldn't let us see it.
To let us see it. So, once again, the world got to see it before us. Just like the day of the shooting when Governor Abbott announced to you all that our children were dead, and we had no idea. So it's like reliving that day all over again. And I'm sick of it. I'm tired of it. So tired.
Aren't they yelling at the reporters? I mean, I think they're mad about the journalists too. They're mad about the journalists for leaking it as well. This is a deeply private thing, so and it's an emotional situation. So understandably, they're angry. You should 100% show the families so that they're prepared when it goes public. Sounds like they were blaming the reporters more than the cops. I think they wanted to keep things private. I get it, it's their choice. They probably fought so hard to get that footage so much, so it hurts to see it leak like that. It is emotional. It's a fucking public school shooting. I mean, dude, my personal opinion on the matter is that I think that I understand why they banned the footage, or they edited the audio of the footage, so you don't hear the little kids screaming for their lives as they're being slaughtered. But ultimately, showing this footage to the public is not bad. I mean, it's serving a very important purpose. But you can't get mad at the parents for being mad, because they have every right to be mad. They're emotional. Their children were fucking slaughtered, man. Their children were slaughtered as the people that their tax dollars are paying for stood idly by. You demanded that you see the footage of the cops standing idly by, and the cops and the people that work alongside the cops refused to show you that footage. And then some fucking journalists took the released leaked footage and took it to the public. It hurts to see parents stand in solidarity against the reporters, but not the cops. It's good that it got leaked, but damn, that would hurt to be in the parents' position. Yeah. This happened with the Columbine, too. The media becomes the enemy quick when they prey on these towns for stories. The similarities are crazy. Remember the Times leaking the basement tapes transcripts before the families saw it? I think they're still probably more mad about the cops than they are the media. I don't have an issue with this footage being inevitably released. But I do think the parents should get to see it first.
Britain's armed forces has said he expects a thorough investigation.
Call for inquiry after SAS armed forces executed Afghan prisoners. I'm not going to watch that. Yeah, oh, by the way, here it is. And the Libs are fucking out about this. Incredible stuff. Both Brian Tyler Cohen. Biden just got Mexico to pay $15 billion to secure the border with actual smart technology, not a dumb wall. Feels like the media should be talking about this more. Oh, sick, man. Yeah. So when Donald Trump said... Wait. So what the fuck was your opposition to the wall then? Your opposition to the wall was that, like, Trump lied about Mexico paying for it? Or your opposition to the wall was not actually that it's like a symbolic, racist fucking a dumbass thing? Your opposition with the wall was what? That it was dumb? It didn't have smart security? Which is not even true, by the way. The smart wall has been around since Obama, and Trump certainly continued it. I know for a fucking fact. What did I say? Stramer said a different number. 1.5 billion. 1.5, not 15. Lol. I'm sorry, man. I'm 9 hours ahead. Okay, time zone wise. I haven't seen home in days. I don't understand why this dude is also. Well, I mean, this is the White House press secretary. Okay, Abdullah Hasan, assistant press secretary. Trump in his 4 years couldn't finish a border wall, let alone get Mexico to pay for it. President Biden just got Mexico to agree to paying $1.5 billion to improve border processing and security through smart, proven border management solutions. Why is this a dub? I can't tell. Is this a fucking joke? Lopez Obrador is visiting Washington, D.C., where he met with President Biden in a bilateral meeting. A source familiar with the talk said that $1.5 billion had been committed by Mexico. It comes as a part of a bilateral meeting arranged after Lopez Obrador skipped the Summit of the Americas in June after disagreement over which nations were invited. Mexico signed on to commitments of its own, namely in expanding its migration programs and launching a new temporary labor program. I don't even understand. Ira later are just going to stick to desktop for tonight. I think I'm going to stick to desktop for tonight, okay? It's already late. I don't know what the fuck anyone else is doing, okay? I don't know. I just don't fucking get why, like, this is a celebration. This is a cause for celebration. Unless, like, the smart border protocols aren't necessarily, like, what I think it is, which is drone programs, like drone surveillance programs. Smart border fencing is what they mean, by the way. Smart border is a concept that existed under Obama, and it was continued under Donald Trump, and it's being continued under Biden as well. It's literally like, scanners, satellite imagery, drones that surveil the border nonstop in areas where you can't even build a fucking wall, and drones that scan areas and immediately call Customs and Border Patrol over when they see activity. That's not actually fucking a good thing. It's just like gross. If you want to truly eliminate illegal border crossings, make border crossings easily accessible and legal. Legalize it. Yeah, I guess. What do you mean, yeah, you guess? That's how you do it. This is so fucking stupid. It tracks with the approach of the administration of viewing migration as a regional, not a U.S.-only challenge. 22,000 non-agricultural visas to Central America and Haiti. Resettle 20,000 refugees to the Americas. Additional 25 million in crisis response for migration and commit 314 million via State Department. Oh, God. But you can't have fully open borders. There's got to be due process. Brother, when people say open borders, they mean EU, okay? They don't fucking mean like, oh, man, just run over it, dude. Fuck it, YOLO. They mean like, go to a border fucking checkpoint and go through the proper channels to be able to walk through the border with a thorough background check, okay? why is it that people immediately run to the assumption that they're like, oh, dude, it's just like, what, open border just means like you do a murder in Mexico and then you run into America and do murders in America. Like, that's not how that works. And it's so fucking idiotic because you're not addressing the root causes. You're not addressing the problem. You're not addressing, you're not actually giving an adequate solution to anything. And as a matter of fact, they're only legitimizing the Republican position that claims that border crossings are an issue, like a negative, that should be stopped. EU has the deadliest border in the Mediterranean. Dude, you're proving my point when you say that. You're proving my fucking point when you say that. That's the world's deadliest border because it's closed. There is no deadly border between fucking, like, Norway and Norway and Finland, or Norway, Sweden, Finland. Like, these places don't have fucking, these places don't fight one another. Why is there? Yes, Hasan. Or there actually is? What do you mean? Abi sende bel fıtığı var mı? Yok ama olacak burada otururken amına koyayım. There is a border between EU nations, but if you have EU citizenship, you show your ID and let you in, no problems. Norway is a serious border between Sweden, Finland, and Russia. Yeah, motherfuckers aren't dying there, though. My point is, processing is easy. Processing is easy. When you can easily process people, okay, then people don't have to die on the fucking border. And even then, if they're in the Schengen visa region, there is no fucking serious border regardless. Speaking of fun shit, before we get to fun shit, one last thing I want to talk about. Remember the story of the 10-year-old girl who was pregnant in Ohio, who had to go to Idaho to get an abortion? Thank God Fox News is on the job. They're claiming that it's not real. 10-year-old rape victim's abortion leaves a glaring number of questions. An abortion story too good to confirm. Biden told the tale of a 10-year-old rape victim that no one can identify. This is one of those instances where, like, it's a perfect fucking story. You can say that. Because what are you going to do? Unmask a 10-year-old? No. Yeah. How are they going to identify a 10-year-old rape victim, chat? They're not. No one's going to do that. So you could just be like, it's a lie. They're lying. Except, here's the other side of it. On a rape instance, there's also a rapist. There you go. Arrest made in rape of Ohio girl that led to Indiana abortion drawing international attention. Newsflash, turns out it was fucking real. And yes, I'm from Ohio. Even our attorney general was saying it was fake yesterday. Today, after the hearing, he changed and went on about how the rapist is an immigrant. So anyway, now that this has been confirmed to have happened, perhaps the people who said it was a hoax will address whether the 10-year-old rape victim should be legally able to get an abortion. But of course they're not going to say that. Instead, they're going to now turn it on, as the chatter correctly pointed out, and I'm sorry to hear that you're from Ohio, my friend. Now they're using this as a xenophobic line of attack. Congratulations, Republicans. You are literally the absolute fucking worst people on the planet, just across the board. This complete fucking asshat, Glenn with a classic WAPO fact check. The last line of this fact check was, if a rapist is ever charged, the fact finally would have more solid grounding. Now a rapist has been charged and the story has been updated. Glenn Kessler, once again, dude, fact checking whether or not, Medicare for all would save lives. And FYI, for more than a year, I've had a policy of not reading notifications. Shut the fuck up, Glenn. Look up facts about sucking on a fucking tailpipe, you piece of shit, in a video game. See what happens to a human's body. Jim Jordan deleted this? What did he say? Washington Examiner. Ohio AG Dave Yost said his office has not found any evidence of a 10-year-old rape victim in the state who, according to a report cited by President Joe Biden, was 6 weeks pregnant and traveled to Indiana to receive an abortion. Another lie. Anyone's surprised, said Jim Jordan. Wow. Color me shocked to see everyone's favorite rape apologist, Jim Jordan, seeing another rape in his wonderful state of Ohio and saying, this one's not real either. That's crazy. Remember Jim, athletic director Jordan, who under his employ, one of his wrestling coaches was raping students, who he, knowing full well that his coach was raping students, turned the other way? That's crazy, man. Think Tucker will delete this one too?
So what does it tell us that politicians are lying about this? Can you imagine? And why did the Biden administration, speaking of lying, just repeat a story about a 10-year-old child who got pregnant and then got an abortion or was not allowed to get an abortion when it turns out the story was not true? And by the way, when a 10-year-old gets pregnant, the first question is not, how do we get rid of the kid? The first question is, where's the rapist? Where's the rapist? Allison said to Fonte, so what does it tell us that politicians...
I don't understand. Like, these people have reporters under their employ. You know what I mean? Like, what do you mean? Where is the rapist? Where is the rapist? Like, why don't you look it up, dumbass? Like, what the fuck do you mean, where is the rapist? You have journalists working for you. The fuck do you mean, where is the rapist? And this entire conversation still, for some weird reason, avoids the main point of contention, which is that a 10-year-old, or any woman for that matter, should not be denied a safe medical procedure that will improve their lives. Because some fucking weird Christian psychos decided she should not be able to. We've just moved on. Now we're like, oh, where's the rapist? Okay, we found the rapist. What's up? Can we get back to the main point of contention here? Nope.